2.5 years ago, I had a vaccination. So before that, I was not feeling well already. I had a cold, a flu. So I thought after I recover, getting a vaccination 2 weeks down the road, no big deal, right? I know that I must be well to get a vaccine, the jab, but I didn't know that I must be completely well 1 month before. So I thought that, okay, no big deal. Interesting, when I took the vaccine, gosh, exactly about 9 days later, my whole body had an immune reaction. I woke up one morning feeling tingling sensation throughout my whole body. I thought it was no big deal. I had heaviness in my head. I had basic pain. I couldn't explain it. I took paracetamol and everything. It didn't help me. So this went on for about 1 whole week. I got a bit paranoid. I was a bit worried. I'm in the healthcare and insurance industry, so I know doctors. I know, in fact, the healthcare very well. So I sought out the best specialists that I know of. I did MRI. I went to see, great doctors. I had heart palpitation. My blood pressure was fluctuating up and down. Couldn't understand what's wrong with me. I seek for my ex-colleagues because I worked in a healthcare institution before, and the doctors. So I asked every doctor, and they said that, oh, you have either some poisoning or you have mercury toxicity and everything. So I did a whole series of tests. Nothing, all came out normal. I couldn't understand. So at the end of everything, I spent more than $50,000. You spent $16,000. I spent more than $50,000. I did procedures like plasmapheresis, like cleaning my whole body. I went to Thailand to do it because I know the doctors there. Singapore, I cannot do it because the doctor asked you, why you do it? I don't see any reason why you do it. But I went to do it because I was desperate. I did IV Ig immunoglobulin, which is they put the drip into my body to boost my plasma, my cells basically. Didn't help me. I did IV glutathione, which Dr. Wei mentioned. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. In fact, I knew that I need to do something about it. Now, how do I know what I need to do? Because after seeking all the Western doctors, which did help me, I sought naturopath. Right? That was before I met Dr. Wei. I've seen 2 naturopaths, one in the States by phone, and he did a very unique test. I did my blood test here, and I sent it through one of the medical facilities because you cannot send blood through the normal courier, so I have to go by the back way. I went to a special lab in the States that did what they call a very unique test to test for early stage autoimmune plus a whole series of tests. In fact, the test in the US was so advanced. My goodness, when I came out the report, it was devastating. It came out and said that I have early stage autoimmune, number 1. That's fine, I thought, no big deal. But they were very specific. They attacked 2 very specific places in my body, which is my synapses. Now, that was the first time I came to this term called synapses. What's synapses in the brain? So in other words, they keep attacking my synapses in the brain. So that's why my communication channel was totally glossy, blur. They attacked another portion, which is very embarrassing to tell in a big crowd this, but I'll say anyway. They attacked my testes. So can you imagine, for men to say something like you, I had erectile dysfunction for 2.5 years. I couldn't get any erection at all, not even morning erection. I thought, gosh, something is crazy. So after the whole serious test, I didn't understand that, oh, this is bad. And the naturopath told me there's no cure. Can you imagine? I seek the naturopath for help. He said that based on this result, I can only help you to recover if your body can recover, but I cannot guarantee you. I can give you all the supplements. I took tons of supplements. I even sought many people here. In fact, Jimmy was trying to help me. He was trying to give the chi, and he's a Tai Chi master and everything. Align my bone and everything. I sought different types of supplements. In fact, I tried tons of supplements. You cannot imagine how much I tried. Eventually, I was on the verge of giving up everything. In fact, my good friend here, Hans, he was the one that supported me throughout emotionally. In fact, I was messaging him all the time. He said, bro, it's tough, man. I cannot make it through the day. And he always quote me Bible verses to help me pull it through. But I was very, very difficult. I was a very difficult period of my life. In fact, I must tell you that I was very bitter. I was very bitter because no one can help me. The doctor said that I think you probably have to see a psychologist or psychiatrist, which I did, by the way, because I thought that, oh gosh, maybe there's something wrong really with me. So I did, and they put me on Lexapro and all this nonsense, antidepressant, which didn't help me at all. So anyway, that was in April this year. I said something. Now, for those of you who are believer, you may believe in this thing called divine intervention, but I must tell you something. I said a prayer that was full of anger, hatred and bitterness. I said this, God, if you cannot heal me like what Jesus of Nazareth that you claim yourself to be 2,000 years ago, then tell me how to get well. If you can just tell me. But I said that with full of anger and hatred. You cannot imagine how much I had. So anyway, amazingly, 2 weeks later, an email. Apologies. It was a very difficult period in my life because my whole body was inflamed. I was in pain. I was in excruciating pain. No one can help me. I was on Acoxia, a painkiller. Not once a day, but twice a day because the pain just didn't go away. I thought there has to be somewhere that can get help. I even did IV glutathione, vitamin C, hoping that it will purge. I knew at that point in time there was some heavy metal in my brain. I couldn't get them out. I knew that my body signaling is off. I knew that there was something along that line. So I said that prayer of a lot of hatred and anger and bitterness. 2 weeks later, an email came from somebody from UK. She happens to be somebody that I buy supplement from. And I told her, honestly, your product doesn't work anymore. Can I increase it or what? You know what I mean? She said, would you want to have a 23 minutes consultation with a naturopath in Australia? I said, oh God, this is another fatigue thing. I've seen how many naturopaths, I've seen TCM. I probably have seen 9 specialists. I've seen 4 to 5 TCM. I've seen 2 naturopaths. None can help me. I said, okay, 20 minutes of free consultation, why not? And I was in pain, really in pain. So that's where I connected with Dr. Wayne. So he didn't introduce me redox molecule at all. In fact, we're just going through me, how he thinks the body can help me, through the different organs. I thought it was interesting enough. So I paid one full consultation of 145 Australian dollars for one full consultation. Now, he said many things during that 1 hour consultation. He looked at my test reports and everything, but nothing caught my attention, to be honest with you, other than the fact that I'm alkaline in my body, which I know already. Then he asked me, have you heard of this thing called redox signaling molecule? I said, no, what's that? That's the first time I heard about it. And he said, I think your body has a misalignment of signaling. I said, wow. I mean, I've been in the healthcare industry for what, 15 to 20 years? I've never heard of this thing. God, you can't be kidding me. And they said to me that, I think you should try it, but there's a catch. This product is by word of mouth recommendation. Then suddenly it blew my mind. I said, Dr. Wayne, you're telling me that this breakthrough technology is by word of mouth recommendation? How can it be? I mean, I'm in this healthcare industry. I mean, it's all by doctors, right? Doctors are God, isn't it? In that sense. Whatever they say, you take and you very well, So what I did was that I went to PubMed, PubMed, this is a medical website, to search redox signaling molecule. Sure enough, tons of articles came up on redox molecule, tons of them. So I knew it was legit, but I couldn't understand how it works. You talk about different pathways, it was too technical for me. Then I went to YouTube, look at all the testimonies on YouTube. Then I said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I did. And I got a product. It's not too expensive, actually. In fact, it was cheaper by my consultation for just one case of 4 bottles. For the first 1 week, suddenly I felt something was happening in my body. In fact, when I first tasted it, tastes like bleach to me. It was heavy chlorine, right? But when my son took it, it was like, yeah, it tastes like pool water, but it's okay. But to me, it was horrible. My taste bud was just reacting so much to it. But I said, okay, I'm going to persevere on. But I felt something was changing in me. So I was going on low dose. That means 1 small cup in the morning, 60 ml, 1 small cup in the evening. But the 3-4 days, I felt something was happening for the first time. Then I actually emailed Dr. Wei and said, can I increase to high dosage? Because I saw on YouTube, people who actually go on high. I said, you can go on 4 cups in the morning, 4 cups in the evening. That was high dose already. But because, I spent so much money, 4.5 years suffering, I want to get it over and done with. If this is something that can heal me, I'll do it. Oh gosh, it was amazing. Within 2 weeks, most of my pain went away. My brain fog has been worrying for the last almost like 4 years was lifted up. Now, at that point in time when I got so much better, my digestive system was much better, I was not throwing out anymore. My pain was all normalized. My healing was like this, up, and then it was like, sometimes I get well, but it was up again. My last relapse that I had, I took it in mid-May, and it was progressively getting better and better, but I had one major relapse which is in September, early September. And I told Dr. Wayne, I said, how can it be? I thought I was recovering. He said, your body go through all these healing crises and ever. That was my last relapse. And ever since then, no more. In fact, right now, May all the way until now, I'm 97% well because I only have tinnitus, very, very mild tinnitus. Can you imagine, this autoimmune affected me so much that all the 5 systems that you saw just now, immune, inflammatory, cardiovascular, what's the digestive, and hormone, I got affected by every one of them affected me. So can you imagine, I don't even want to live, frankly, at the end of all this. So my stage recovery was amazing because I got so much better. Now I know that